The next presentation is from Ling Valentine, who is boss at LINGsCARS.com. She has been described as a genius at marketing by herself. She has been on Dragon's Den on television. I'm not sure, to be honest, who was more scared in that case. I have no idea what's in her presentation, to be honest, and I think that's probably a good thing. I did consider kind of giving her a brief and then assumed she would totally disregard it anyway. So, but we were kind of intrigued that we were sort of talking about the future and best practice and all this sort of stuff. And some of the things that Ling does appear to be somewhat counter best practice, but they appear to work. So we were interested to hear her views on things. So that's what she's going to be talking about broadly, I think. She asked us to point out that given it's just been a jubilee, we just celebrated, that we play the national anthem, and that you should all stand whilst we listen to the national anthem. So if you could please stand.
In London Olympic all the time. 这首歌会不断的在伦敦奥林匹克会场上响起。我叫兰陵，从中国大陆来，熊猫的故乡。我在广州读的大学，在广州取得我的那个学士学位是应用化学，然后到了芬兰，我决定离开中国，因为中国有太多的竞争。在芬兰，成都是一个很热、很繁忙的城市，芬兰是一个很冷、很黑的国家。在芬兰的网上，我见了我的先生叫我们在网上用 IRC， 然后看到以后就结了婚，然后到了波莫斯，然后我在波莫斯读大学。在波莫斯取得我的硕士学位以后，然后我需要一份工作。中国的网页总是色彩缤纷的，让人有很多闪亮的图片，五颜六色，非常有趣。Why does everyone look cold? E-Consultancy asked me to give a talk, but they never said I have to speak in English. I don't have to charge them extra. Thank you, Ashley. Anyway, I'm going to take my Chinese hat off now. Back to the business. Hey, I'm Ling. I come from Chengdu, in middle of China, where panda's from. I got my bachelor's degree in Guangzhou in applied chemistry. After getting my bachelor's degree, I decided to move abroad because it's just so much competition. You know, the population in China, crazy. I went abroad to Finland. What contrast! I was leaving from very hot, busy city. I went to a very cold, dark country with only 1/3 of the population comparing to that in Chengdu. I met my husband, John, online on IRC after been talking to him, and we got married in Finland. 3 months later, I arrived in Heathrow and jumped right back into education to get my master's degree in environmental quality in Bournemouth University. After I got my master's degree in Bournemouth University, I need a job. What can I do? I saw John selling cars online. Actually, that time I wasn't using the internet. I just saw him selling cars using very old database. I thought that was easy. I could do that. It's only just talking to customer. So I started setting a business, just selling contract hire cars. At that time, things were very difficult because I only arrived in the UK for a year, got very dodgy English, and I didn't know the words. For example, like hatchback, Astra. When customer asked me any question, I got absolutely no clue. And I even didn't know how to drive a car. By the time 2007, I established a website, and it was quite successfully. I was moving about a £10 million worth car, and it was so busy I had to employ staff. Things got a bit crazy afterwards. I won the North East Entrepreneur of the Year award, and Dragon's Den saw me and invited me to the Dragon's Den. And
I think this is probably in a yellow submarine, a yellow tank, or whatever it is. I think we'll stand back.
Ling Valentine! Over here. Good day.
Hello, Ling. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Yes. What is this?
Well, my new pet.
Your new pet?
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, but
You missed the good fun, you know. If you invest in my business, you can have a time too.
oh, fine, let's do this. I get one of these. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
It's good.
Good.
I think visitors have to be polarized like a Ling Valentine. They either like a website or they hate it. Companies who do this kind of stuff, like Apple, quite successfully. Everyone has an opinion about Apple products. They either love them or hate them. They're always talking about it. Apple is not afraid of people who don't like their products. You shouldn't really be afraid that people might not like your website or your business, because that means on the flip side, there's a lot of people who would love it too. I get hundreds of messages a week from different, over the internet, on Twitter, or on by the email, or website message. It's my website. It's breaking all rules. There's no rule. In fact, in my life, online, we are competing with all sorts of online entertainment sites. For example, like YouTube, the porn sites. And how can we compete them? We're going to have to entertain the customer, visitors, and give them fun. So they will stay on your website, and they will tell other people about it. I shouldn't really succeed, because I'm really competing with well-funded car brands. Oops. And all the dealerships, they've got millions of behind them. They can easily invest it and blow me out of water. A car is a very big commitment. It's really how to persuade a customer to spending £300 or £400 commitment every month to 2, 3 or 4 years. It's terrible. For me, success online is all about interacting with customer and give them some fun, keep them entertained. I never see the cars I sell. I hardly meet all my visitors or my customers in the real life, and I hardly talk to them on the phone. And in fact, sometimes I refuse to talk to them on the phone. But my visitors or customers, they think they know me much more than they know the traditional dealership. So they tend to buy things from me. When the visitor feel like they know you, then they tend to transact and buy stuff from you. Transact and money is the key. A lot of people just miss all these key points. We shouldn't really worry about other niches. Really, all we should concentrate is sell stuff, make money. There are two parts of my LINGsCARS, actually, my car web business. The first part is LINGsCARS website for the visitors. And the second part is my fabulous Lingo customer management system. On LINGsCARS, I spend all my time packaging up all the best offers just to entertain and reward the visitors. I keep monitoring the website, keep changing all the time, but sometimes people do see the error message because we keep the system live. I concentrate on the people who are interested in interacting and tend to ignore the boring people who don't want to interacting at all. So everything I throw on my website just encouraging for emotion, opinion, and interest. And we're sitting in my small office just trying to think all these different ideas every day and come up, testing them, and hoping some would work. Obviously, some won't. And currently, the latest is the two projects we just managed to develop. One is my fabulous solar system, another one is the roadside. My solar system is really just eye candy. It's just designed just to bring the emotional level of the visitors who wouldn't want to buy a car from someone in Darth Vader helmet. That's good. Well, would you rather go to a very boring car dealership or rather buy a car from there? No brainer. We use very simple dodgy JavaScript and also animated the GIFs to get it working. And so this can create a wow factor. When the visitor click on my website, well, some people would screaming and just trying to run away, and then some people would get sucked in and stay there for hours. Play on. I just stick all this, my latest offer, the best offer I'm planning just on a very dodgy estate agent style, just to show the customer, hopefully they will just jump on. On my motorway side, I took a totally different approach. I make it, really, I invite all the customer or the visitors to write different messages on the motorway side. A lot of people telling me, I'm just inviting for trouble. I know that. Actually, in fact, in about a few weeks' time, we created about 10,000 messages on my website. It's terrible. There were some really rude messages written by people, and also, but lots were funny. Most important thing people just forget about it. People write messages, funny, interesting, but they tell their friends, they tell their family, they tell everyone they know that they wrote something on my website to offend others. And they're all coming on to my website, and this just spiraled out of control. All these small projects I've done seems just working and creates a lot more sales for my website, and it is viral marketing. And the best bit is I spent zero come to ask me about the car. They become customer and manage everything behind the scene in my fabulous self-built lingo system. It's for the customer to view. I still throw loads of flash pictures, make it like everything's happening there. We don't really use phone too much in the office. We do everything online. So in the office, we got 3 people in front, including me, on the front sales. And the further 3 people deal with customers who sign the order, and they do the admin job, manage it until cars being delivered. We watch the big TVs in the office and listening to the sound generated by the customers. My office works on sound. All customers, when the customer click on my website, we get showing big screen and show the customer's name. So my staff will jump on straight away and interact with them and start to talk to them before they even got a chance to ask the questions. That's how efficient it is. So by this way, I can juggle over 200 live customs in my system very easily, just by 6 people. And also, we get over 100 cars delivered every month. All this just by typing simple messages in my lingo system. When the customer requests a car quote, we hear this drum. That's rather loud. When I get a car delivered and invoiced, we hear this Chinese numa numa. When a car is delivered or invoiced, we hear Chinese national anthem. You heard that before? So the office is ever so quiet with all the phones because we don't use phone. It's how efficient we use everything online, and office is very busy with all different kind of sounds we generate because customers' activity. I aim to get all the messages back to the customer within 5 minutes, but normally we do it much quicker. So all the response time is showing big on the screen because I'm not there. It's so lazy. 4 minutes. The customer knows system's alive, so they love it. Due to the great experience all the visitors get, so many of them turn into customers. Due to the great experience my customers get, turn out to be many car deliveries and also the profit. I work very closely to some very good car dealerships. They actually deliver cars, not like some dealers took order and don't deliver car. I monitor all the customer experience very closely, so now I know exactly what customers would get. So customers love it, which turned out to be good profit. And this year, we are aiming to go over 50,000 gross profit because I only took commission. It's worth on about £50 million worth cars this year, which is huge, I think. Profit per unit is increasing all the time, and the car value is going up as well. So at the moment, most of my cars I sold is like a Mercedes sort of type of car, almost 1/3. Sorry. I find that more experienced the customers are, and the more professional, the more professional the customers are, the more credit-worthy the customers are, they tend to accept online marketing a bit more. So, for example, I just delivered 2 flashy new car, one Merc and one Volvo, to 2 British Airways pilots. I love them. I told them I treat them like adults, not idiots, and they seem to really appreciate that. Even with great publicity, great customer experience, many awards, I can't control the global car market at the minute because Chinese market is booming. Seems like all the cars being delivered to China. I can't get a hold of car to sell, so I decided to diversify my business to different markets. I started a new different business. The first one is my Go London Chinese clothes business. I'm buying clothes in the UK and selling them to ship over to China. To wealthy Chinese customers, they love it. It's good brand, sort of, and good quality, they think, and everything from the UK. We do really well. And also, I developed a new portal to enable more UK business to market their products to Chinese market, because it's very difficult for a UK business to operate in China. There's so much limitation and so much rules. And hopefully in a few months this will be working. So it's very exciting moment at the minute because the market is booming, just like China. There's so many business shifting their business online. If I can do this, I think it's very simple, and everyone else can do it. To all your digital marketing experts here, I have 3 simple advice. First is engaging with your customers all the time. The second is keep it entertaining, keep it fun, and this will build trust. The third is always make sure your website is asked for order, and look after your customer. They will come back to buy things. In the meanwhile, if anyone is looking for a shiny brand new car, you know where my website is. Thanks for listening. Some questions? Come on.
Hi there.
All right.
Hi there. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Where are you? I'm sorry.
We as digital marketers have to worry about things like the Equality Act and accessibility and the cookie law. Do you care about those at all?
Actually, in my simple mind, I just think there's so many things that are being taught in the university and so many rules everywhere. Why can't we just keep it simple? All the customer wants is something a bit fun and what they want.
Amen.
Hi, Ling. That was a fantastic presentation, thank you. How do you think that you're going to scale? So, as your website becomes more and more popular and you get bigger and bigger and more people, how do you cope with the sheer amount of constant dynamic changes that you're making to the site and the dodgy JavaScript, etc., etc.?
We actually, it's very technical to be honest. I tend to give we got 2 IT staff in the office. I tell them, just get it working. I just leave it. I don't know why all the companies try to make things so complicated. Everyone goes to all the meetings. We don't have meetings. All we already have this. Jamie, get it work. And just wait till that click works. Okay, next. Right.
Highly great presentation. You said that there are people who love your site and hate your site. Do you know who they are, and are you after them? Or sorry, what I mean by that is, do you understand do you have a broad range of people coming across? You talk about selling Mercedes and Skodas. Is that a particular demographic that stay on the site and engage with it and purchase cars, or is it a broad range of people?
That's a very good question, because I concentrate on people who think I'm interesting and tend to ignore people who think I'm not interesting. Though if they're not interested in interacting or having fun, it's so boring. I don't want to deal with boring people, and it's too bored for me to find out. I don't care. Well, I think you're going to ask a very difficult question.
Hi Ling, thanks for making life so difficult for the rest of the speakers this afternoon. I want to ask a question, because you showed us right at the start. You showed us like your first site, and it's probably, compared to what you've got now, it looks a bit boring. What was how did you go on the journey from doing you might say a normal site to really pushing it? Was it like customer feedback or sales, or just because you felt like it? What made you change?
Yeah, I call myself marketing genius. I don't know how many people agree with me. Anyway, when I started, I would just learn from very simple dodgy HTML, and I started just throw all the car offers on, and it's no difference because there's so many leasing firms. I don't have to stand out, so why not use my Chineseness? Just throw all the flash picture there, and some people will like it, some people will hate it. But make it fun. And I get customers telling me they hate my website because it keeps them entertained for hours. They don't want to do work. So if they want to stay on my website, they're going to have to look at offers. They won't buy cars. That's my fundamental thinking. Yes, please.
I love the site, but you seem to have taken quite a different approach with your second site. It looks quite serious in comparison. So are you planning for Go London to be more like LINGsCARS, or why is that different?
Well, the difference is because all the Chinese sites are so flashy, so I decided to make it awkward. I want to try it a bit boring and see what Chinese people think. That only just represents the UK style, so I want to tell them this is from a UK company, because how boring we are. Next. Come on.